Hello everyone, welcome to this Dota 2 cast on Reddit. My name is Automo and I hope you enjoy it. Looking at the two sides, we have Serpentar on his support Jakiro. We have Pudge, looks like he might be going off lane, being played by Black Hole. Sorry for the minute, okay. We have Storm being played by Session. I think as we said, we might have an early skirmish. Looks like the Dire should secure the top ruin. Will Pudge take hook level 1? He does. Will he go for it though? And Tinker gets the they go for Lion, but without a slow they might not be able to kill him. Looks like Lion's gonna be fine. Let's see. Tinker got the bottom ruin. And on the Winter Wyvern we have landmines, level 5. And last we have Bloodseeker being played by Poot Angry Scotsman. Alright, so let's look at the dire. They have Catachrist playing the mid lane Tinker. We have Lion, who almost got hit again, being played by Luout. HTSN Dinal Music playing the Clinks. And we have a jungling Ursa being played by Pitiver. And lastly we have Loreberry on his Bristleback. So let's look at the lanes a bit more closely. Oh, hook lands. Will this be a kill? Looks like we might have a first blood on the Lion. Unfortunately, without Rot, you just can't slow him, and it's like he'll be fine. So Pudge and Winter Wyvern's a bit of an odd lane, mainly because while they can both, benefit from farm, neither of them really needs it. They're more like experience-based heroes than heroes who really need a lot of gold, especially Pudge. So rather an odd off lane. And we have Clinks going level 1 Searing Arrow, so he feels secure enough to that he won't be killed. All the way Lion is going back to base and probably get Tranquil Boots. Jungling Ursa is a bit rare, you don't see Ursa that much anyway. He's going for Fury Swipe and Overpower, he gets a Stout Shield. I don't really see Ursa jungling that much, so it's a bit rare for me. I suppose he should be using his Overpower more, maybe? There we go. He's probably using the start of the fight. Oh, and mid lane, we have Storm and Tinker. Storm has a nice set, looks like he's leading the CS almost twice as much now. But early game is pretty easy to do that. He's not checking the ruins, I'm not sure why, but then again, the bounty rune you go if you want golden experience, and if you're doing well in the mid lane, there's no reason to leave the lane just to go get something that gives you basically the same as one creep. There we go. But yeah, the bounty rune gives you 50 gold and 50 experience. It gives you 5 experience every 2 minutes and 2 extra gold every 2 minutes. So right now it gave him 52 gold and 55 experience. So, like I said, roughly one creep. One melee creep gives you 62 experience. So it's not worth leaving the lane if there are creeps there. It's only worth it if there's no creeps or if you're some sort of support. Bottom lane, Bristleback not doing so well actually. Bloodseeker seems to be CSing fine. Going Quelling Blade, Poor Man's Shield gives him quite a lot of early attack damage. And yeah, Bristleback doesn't seem to be faring too well against him. Interesting ice path that misses. Not sure why he's being so aggressive with this Jakiro. Looking at the middle lane, looks like we might have a gank. Level 1 stun, not the best. I think Hex might have slightly more range, and looks like we might have first blood. And Storm played that perfectly good, but I think Lion may have misplayed quite a lot actually. By going through, you don't have vision there, so he didn't see what was going to happen. He was diving past the tower, well, next to the tower. It was a bad play. So Ursa looks like he's going to rush a Mask of Madness early on. It will help him jungle a lot faster. Probably going to go for Vladimir's. The mana region will help him a little bit. But overall, Ursa jungling seems to be doing okay. He's level 4 by 4 minutes. Enigma, as the fastest jungler, usually gets 1 level per minute. So if you're keeping up, then you're doing fine. Looking at the items, Jakiro going for Magic Stick, great item against Bristleback because he's going to be spamming his quills so much. He's going for more points in Ice Path. I think you should have 1 point in every spell by level 3. Are they really going to go for Bloodseeker? I doubt it. And then you want to max Liquid Fire because the damage is great and you can slow. And the slow is huge early on. 50 slow is quite a lot, 50 attack speed. So I don't think you need more Ice Path. Ice Path is better to max out than Dual Breath because of the cooldown reduction, so you can use it more often in the fight. Pudge, Rot, Hook Shot. Looks like he's going to go for Tranquil Boots. He could buy it actually if he wants to. Definitely a good item for Pudge. Will they land the hook? He has the dust, so if he lands a hook, then that's a guaranteed kill if they can do it. Oddly enough, both sides haven't upgraded their courier. I'm not sure why. Yes, barely got it. Good try though. Went to Wyvern. Looks like he's going for. Will that be an Orchid? It'll be hard to tell. Oh. Are they gonna die for it? I doubt they can actually get the kill by himself. Went to Wyvern is an interesting hero to build. I think most people would either max Arctic Burn or Splinter Blast because the Arctic Burn, the cooldown goes down a lot, gives you flying vision. Whereas the Splinter Blast gives you quite a lot of damage. Oh, well, we have a kill here on the Ursa. You just hook him. You can probably hook him and kill him. He doesn't have that much life, but no. Pudge decides not to go for it. I feel like he might have been able to kill him, but then again, it could have been a close call. Yeah, see, this is a good time to go for the ruin. There's no creeps. You're not gonna get. You might as well go for it and fill up your bottle. And Dire finally have a flying courier. Radiant do not, and that is quite risky. They're gonna look for this Ursa. I think he probably saw them. He has vision, so he should be fine. Yep, he goes back just in time. Oh, darn! I missed it. Bloodseeker went down. Sorry, I didn't see that. And Clinks went for a Hand of Midas. I suppose that he got it in quite a fast time, but well, not that fast. I mean, he could have got a bit faster. He seems to have missed a couple of CS. Just early Midas. I suppose if you use Midas and you use Death Pact, you can clear out neutrals pretty fast. Odd item. So I went to Wyvern. Either you max out Splinter Blast or you max out Arctic Burn. You keep in cooldown base level 1 because the cooldown doesn't decrease by much and the heal doesn't improve that much either. I mean, I suppose the percentage doubles, but early game it's not much when your lives are like 600-700. So yeah, Splinter Blast though the damage increase is big, and Arctic Burn also the cooldown reduction is very huge. So one or the other you should probably max out. Storm going for the max Electric Vortex. He's probably going to keep it at level 3 though. Once you get it at level 3, then you have enough to drag them to your Static Remnant. So that's why people always put either level 3 or level 1. So personally I like to max Overload because my Storm isn't that good. So, and there's another cool trick you can do with Wyvern. You put a Cold Embrace on a creep and becomes immune to tower damage and all melee damage. Ah, crap. 2 seconds. Then again, you don't expect a Bristleback to die. I'm sorry for missing a couple of kills so far. But yeah, let's looking at the top lane. Will they? I keep expecting a kill is going to happen in the lane, and then turns out somewhere else. Storm going for the bounty rune again. Again, this is a good time because they'll probably be back before a creep dies. I think so, or not. Ah, top lane. Looks like they want to go for a dive. Do they have a slow? No, Ursa doesn't have a slow. They want to kill him. What looks like maybe one more hit might get the Ursa, but he moves too fast with those Tranquil Boots. And Winter Wyvern able to fly off to safety. That's why Arctic Burn is such a good spell. But in the end, Bristleback does manage to kill him off. And looks like we'll also have a dead Bloodseeker. Damn. Radiant just falling left and right, it seems. Well, right and left. Still, Ursa's getting very close to his Vladimirs. Once he has them, he doesn't go for any points in Earthshock because he wants to have as much damage available for Roshan as he can. Enrage is a good spell, I suppose. Although it's based on his current HP and it's not that much. And you should use it whenever you can because you know, it's very low cooldown. It costs no mana, so whenever you can, just use it. And Lion, let's see, got. I think keeping Hex level 1's okay. I think more points on Earth Spike's better. Damage scales pretty well. You can hit multiple people with it. It looks like they see the Tinker, and they have everyone there, so they should be fine. Top lane. Let's look at the graphs. Looks like Dire is taking a bit of a lead in the experience. I guess it's because of those couple of kills, and but for gold it's relatively even. I think the Radiant may have been farming better, but Dire have the jungling Ursa, who got a lot of gold by himself. So the silence will hit, but is it enough? Yes. And Storm, Ice Bat barely on the edge. Looks like we might have a dead Tinker. Well, Storm goes for it, but in the end he decides to back out, and all that exchange for line. But meanwhile, we saw Klinks die. Bristleback going in, but he has Ursa backing him up. Bloodseeker needs about one more hit, but should be fine, and lots of punches, and no deaths. Ursa has his Vladimir's. We should see a Roshan very soon. Maybe he's gonna wait for level 7 to get his next level of Fury swipes. You can go at this level though. If you have full life, you can definitely go in. But oh, that's interesting. He's going Roshan. I'm not sure why. I mean, if you wanted to, you can just go. Interesting. If you're gonna go with Ursa for Roshan, you should probably buy a Smoke of Deceit so that you can go in safely. Otherwise, the other team can see you. Well, seems like he's, I don't know, I'm not sure what exactly he's trying to do. Klinks is running around. He has his mind. Oh, come on. How many kills have I missed this game? I have like, I am so sorry. I keep missing all these kills. Klinks is just running around. When you have Midas off, just use it. Doesn't matter. Finally. He had his loft left for like 10 seconds or something, and if you don't use it efficiently, it's really not worth getting. And he also has his ultimate on cooldown, so go death pack anything. Bottom lane. Will we have a dive here? Looks like Lion's probably gonna fall. Maybe throw a 2-man stun? No? He's just standing there, not really doing much. Or maybe it's because he's slowed down? Yeah. Surprising. I would have thought that if he had a TV scroll, he should be fine. But meanwhile, we have a dive here, Bristleback going ham, but will he keep diving in? It's a 4 on 2. No, it's a 4 on 3. Sorry, but Tinker's down now. There's a 4 on 2, and Bristleback trying to run away should be fine. Hook comes out, doesn't really do anything. Alright, let's look at the items we have going on. Jakiro has his arcane boots. Klinks dying to Winter Wyvern. That's interesting. Looks like he must have used Cold Embrace to help him survive. And that is an interesting item build. Was he gonna go for Sage Mask and Double Orchid or something? That's a lot of mana. Huh. Anyway, Jakiro. Oh, we have a dive here. Ice Path misses both, but just barely. Liquid Fire. Dual Breath able to slow them down. Looks like we might lose Bristleback, and we do. Ice Path comes out again. Lion walks into it, and looks like we might. Bloodseeker will be fine. Rot. Jakiro falls instead. So it's a Jakiro for 2, worth it. Klink's coming in, but really without any lockdown, you just can't get a kill. Oh god. So Jakiro going for Arcane Boots. Looks like he might be going for either a Mechanism later, or maybe a Force Staff. Looks like it's probably going to be Mecha, so I don't think anyone else on his team wants to build it. So good support items. Pudge, Tranquil Boots, Soul Ring, slightly odd, you don't see Soul Ring that often. Blink Dagger would be great on him, or Force Staff. Blink Dagger is the better item. Storm, going for an Orchid as well, probably a Bloodstone later after that. He maxed Electric Bodies, I'm not sure why. I think 3 points is enough, then you can go for more damage. Oh, he's going for Electric, he's going for the Tinker, will be able to kill him. Oh, nice Ice Path coming in last second. And Hook gets him off tower range. So that Ice Path set up everything beautifully. And he gets Rune out of that. Sometimes when you're with your allies and you see a Ruin, you're not really sure you're gonna get it. And Winter Wyvern is actually going to be a very good counter against Ursa because Cold Embrace is going to save his ally's life a lot. Beautiful hook. Will he be able to bite him? Last second. Radiant are working very well as a team. So yeah, Cold Embrace is going to be a great spell this game because if you see someone being dove on by Ursa, you put a Cold Embrace on them, and there's nothing Ursa can do. Maybe an Earth Shock, but that's not exactly a lot of damage. Beautiful Ice Path catches 2. Hook stopped by the Electric Vortex, but looks like Tinker is going to be fine. Bristleback going ham on the Jakiro, but will he be able to get anything out? Nope. His Quill Spray coming out. Looks like we lost the Jakiro, but not bad. No, actually, it's a bad trade. When you're behind, when you're ahead, you shouldn't be giving 1 for 1. So Winter Wyvern. Still waiting to see what is he going for. That's a logical saber. Bloodseeker. Looks like he has his Yasha. Probably going to go SNY. The remade Bloodseeker is one that you don't see very often. I kind of liked using him before the remake, but he has his AoE silence, so that's going to be quite useful this game. Although against Ursa and dive on the Tinker, but you don't really want to dive into March of Machines, but looks like they'll be making out alright. Unless they lose Storm here. Will they? Oh, and that makes it very well worth his life. And maybe even Bloodseeker, this lion, so good. It's 2 for 2, but huge favor for the Dire. And all this time, Roshan just kinda chilling, waiting to be killed. Alright, so let's see what the Dire have. Still no Boots of Travel on the Tinker. That's an insanely bad farm. It's probably because he died so much, but just go in the jungle and get your Boots of Travel because it's the best, it's the most important item you get on Tinker. Changes the whole way the heroes played. Lion finally has his Tranquil Boots. Looks like he's going to go for Magic Wand. Stick is about as good. You don't really need to go for the whole wand, but but we have a hook here. Nice hook set up, and looks like we're gonna have a dead Ursa. If only he had an item that could bring him back to life. I wonder if such an item exists in Dota. If only he had that item and he tried to go for it, but what do we know? Clinks. Going for Orchid. There's going to be a lot of Orchids this game. I mean, Storm Spirit's guaranteed. Winter Wyvern might go for it. I don't know what he's going for. Clinks is going to go for it. Oh, looks like a Lion may have gone a bit too close and lost his life because of it. Clinks, do you really wanna be there? Oh, and Storm Spirit, didn't expect that rocket. Looks like Bloodseeker's gonna fall as well. Tinker hooked in. Looks like he's probably gonna fall. And it's a 2 for 2. Might be a 2 for 3 if yes, one more Vicious Nasal Goo should be enough. Viscous, sorry. He throws an ice path in front of him and marks. That's very nice. Maybe Pudge can. No, I thought Pudge might hook him, but then again, he has no mana, so no big deal. Looks like he's gonna go for Force Staff, not Blink Dagger. Surprising. Ursa, what does he have? He has Phase Boots, and in Ursa, you just want to go mobility items. That's what you want. Phase Boots, Blink Dagger, BKB. You want items that just allow you to get close to the enemy and keep them there. And I'm surprised there's no TP scroll. But then when you can fly around like this, it should be okay. Or will he? Looks like he might be dead. Will Lion finger this? No, he doesn't have. He can't finger anyway. On cooldown. In the meantime, though, they killed the Bristleback. Winter Wyvern for Bristleback. This is really sure. Alright. So, where Ursa? Yeah, you want to go something like Basher, Blink Dagger, Phase Boots, anything mobility that gets you close because you have a ton of damage. You don't need any more. You just need to keep the enemy there for like half a second, and that will be enough to kill them. Looks like the Storm sees Clanks, but neither one of them has Orchid, so neither one of them can kill the other. Ooh, hook, expecting there. Very close guess. And Lion puts a ward there just in case. I wonder, does this ward see? Yeah, they probably saw him. So I expect this to hopefully it will be rewarded, and Radiant has a good experience lead because they're ahead in kills. Same thing with the gold. Oh, and what's his name? Pudge going with the Force Staff. It may not have been the best choice. You see, Clink's barely out of range, but looks like the line's gonna fall again. 8 deaths already. Tinker, March of Machines might be a bit out of range, but they do get the Jakiro. Jakiro, however, takes the Clinks down with him, so it's a 2 for 1. And does he have his boots of travel? Finally, he has his boots of travel. I think now you switch over to net worth. So you can see the lion's lagging way behind compared to everyone else. Looks like Bloodseeker, he might be alright. Oh, nice use of his ultimate. But he's not gonna try to. Maybe he can go for the rune? No? No. Oh, the rune changes just as he's about to go for it. Unlucky. Nice hook. Bloodseeker, casting Rupture, then being hooked. That's a lot of damage. So what is it, like 40%, and you're being hooked to around what, 1.3? How much is that anyway? That's around 260, 520 damage, and it's pure damage because versus Rupture and the hook itself. I'm not even counting that. That's a huge amount of burst damage if you can land it. See the bounty run, free here. So Tinker's able to do a bit more now, but no levels of Winter's Curse. That's new. I don't think that Cold Embrace is so amazing that you would ignore his ultimate. Winter's Curse is such a great disable. Storm Spirit. That must mean he has Orchid. Yes, he does. The first one to get the Orchid was gonna kill the other. If Clinks got first, he would have killed Storm. But since Storm got first, he was able to get the jump on Clinks a couple of times. Jakiro, what's he gonna go for? He went for the max Ice Path, max Dual Breath. No, only 1 point of Liquid Fire. I think he'll max it now, but it's a better spell, I feel like. Although Dual Breath does give quite a lot of damage, and you definitely want to max Ice Path as your second spell, but he maxed it out first. And he's taking points his ultimate. I like this. Nice. He's able to land his. Looks like we're gonna lose the Bristleback here. Nothing you can do against 4 people. And Ursa, oh my god, this guy's probably sweating. He has the Aegis, but he looks like he'll probably lose it soon. I wonder what this item is for. And Ursa should be okay. I guess that hook didn't really work out the way they wanted it to. Looks like it's gonna be a what do you call it? Shadow Blade. I think Blink Dagger is the better spell, really. You don't want to go in against macro fire, against all the liquid fire and macro fire. Oh, Jakiro, will he be killed? No, should be. Oh, no, he's gonna die. If he had 4 stats off the cliff, he would have been fine. And Winter Wyvern, maybe you don't want to be there, buddy. No, you don't. Oh, that was a couple of nice pickoffs, supports, but every bit helps. Now, looking at this in late game, I would definitely see the Dire have this late game. Their best scaling hero, I suppose, is the Storm and the Bloodseeker, which aren't exactly famous for being super hard carry. Storm is a great tempo controller, but yeah, he's great for mobility. His damage is not that amazing though. And Jakiro's fine, Winter Wyvern are fine, but they're supports that don't scale that well into late game. Nice hook, but looks like Storm's gonna die anyway, and Clinks as well. But it's okay because you're behind, and Clink's got the experience for that kill. So Pudge doesn't scale late game at all. And what's he gonna go for? Looks like it's gonna be a Yule Scepter. Whereas on the Dire, you have Tinker, who scales very well into late game. Lion is always gonna be good because of his massive disables. Almost, we get a kill now. Clinks is he's one of the he scales very well with items. He's not farming particularly well though. Oh, they're on the network graph, so I don't know. It just seems like his inventory seems so empty for some reason. Ursa scales amazing. Well, he needs a BKB though. The problem with Ursa is that he can be kited, but should be okay this game. And Bristleback, of course, is a great late game hero. So I'd say that the Dire would have the edge late game, and they'll probably start taking advantage around 35 minutes. We see a fight here. It's like Tinker's marches haven't been great. I feel like he's missed a couple. There was the one here where it didn't hit anybody. And just now it like didn't reach all the way. Might be a new Tinker. Alright, they see the bristleback. Looks like they're gonna go for him, and I don't think he want to go on the winter wyvern. He's just gonna do. Will he do cold embrace? No, he doesn't have enough time. And bristleback still alive. Will they be able to keep him alive? He walks into the macropyre, but that bristleback able to keep him alive. Fingered, but and enough to get the kill by the clinks. But looks like they're gonna lose the clinks for that, and ends up being a 2-for-1. Again, 2 supports for the clinks. Not that bad of a trade. Bloodseeker going ham. Remember, he has a this Ursa has a double damage ruin, and the Aegis is gone. Will they go for it? Nice hook, just as he came back, but he might be able to turn it around. Looks like it's gonna be unlikely though, and he falls. SNY on the Bloodseeker. Unless he's gonna go for BKB next. A good item, especially because the Dire don't have anything that goes through BKB. I mean, of course, does a ton of damage, which is physical, but apart from that, nothing they have. Whereas the Radiant have a hook and the ultimate and his ultimate, and Winter Wyvern's ultimate goes through BKB, and so does Rupture. Oh, Blood Rage as well. Oh, Ursa versus Bloodseeker. Looks like Bloodseeker might end up falling up here. Slowed down. Yeah, looks like he's dead. And just these few pickups are changing the way the game flows a little. I thought that the damage to the graphs would be a bit more, but not that severe yet. And yeah, starts to run for Bloodstone. If you go early soloing, you're probably gonna go Bloodstone eventually. At least on a storm, that's how it works. Can't say this is a fight. Jukiro, 4-staff, great item against the clinks, and will he be silenced? Does he see him or something? Oh, he jumps for the lion, big pickup, but looks like he might lose his life for it. They see he has no mana. They don't even use the orchid. Oh, he does, and he's gonna be dead. That extra bonus damage doing all the work. Fudge has his Eels. I'm not sure what he's using it to control the Ursa. I'm not sure Lion should talk so much. 2-9. Alright, so yeah, I think that the Eels probably to control the Ursa and maybe the Bristleback. Oh, damn, Tinker. And looks like he'll be fine. Winter White. What? What? Just the big what? What's he doing? What's he making? You know, I don't get it. They see him? They know he's here? It's like, what kind of item build is this? And going Winter's Curse, and he's not putting the last one, Arctic Burn. Cold Embrace? No? I don't know why he's not using Cold Embrace on himself. It would keep him alive. And Bloodseeker, you do not want to be close against this Ursa. You don't want to be close. And yeah, things comes, makes off with the Orchid. I don't understand why he's not using Cold Embrace. Cold Embrace will prevent all the damage that Ursa has. Okay, fine, he has Earth Shock, but beside that, it's just really strange. And I don't understand this item build. Is he going for? It's either going to be a Radiance or it's going to be a Abyssal Blade, and neither one of them are items for Winter Wyvern. By the way, it has a very nice model. And also, I'm not sure why you don't max out Arctic Burn. Like, you really remove that cooldown. Macropyre, killing all the creeps. It gives him some gold as well. Clinks saving up. Wonder what he's probably gonna go for crit later. A really good item on Clinks. Maybe he should just farm the neutrals and then eat something later. It looks like he's gonna wait to eat this and then go back to NP. Eat. There we go. You get so much damage. You should always have it on. And yeah, you really don't want the Shadow Blade. You want the Blink Dagger, so you can just blink past all of these and just go close and slow him down. Looks like with the nah, I thought I confused him with a lion for a second. Oh, worth. Come on, come on. There we go. Classic pub. But again, it's not like I'm much better. I play in the pub scene only anyway. So let's see. Which weapon? Yeah, it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a Radiance. Oh dear. Cold Embrace doesn't help you for magic damage, bro. He doesn't use it against the Tinker, but he uses it against the Ursa. Just, that's a bit strange. And does Storm have his Bloodstone? He does. And you don't want to, the moment you hit the Bloodstone, you die. Because he starts with 8, so he lost quite a few charges from it. And unlucky. But they do get the Clinks in the end. So this looking, yeah. Finally, I figured that eventually it's going to swing in Dire's favor. And you don't want to have a disadvantage against a team that scales better into late game than you. And that's the thing. Dire just do scale a lot better into late game. Oh, so we're gonna have a dive on the Ursa. He's dead. Yeah, they need pickups like these. Do they have any sort of detection? They have dust and that's about it. I'm surprised they didn't take the Invi. Don't think you're not Rambo. Silence being pulled back, but oh dear. Looks like they might lose the Lion instead because he managed to TP out to safety and Lion fingers, but it's not gonna be enough. And Tinker as well hooked back. Very, very unfortunate. When they saw that the bristleback was fine, they should have just retreated, but it was too late by then. And one of the strategies you can use against Tinker is that when he throws a couple of marches, you have 3 or 4 of your allies have blade mail and you just run into it. And that's it, Tinker's dead. I don't think we'll see that game though. So he's going for Yules afterwards as well. I'm not sure why he's not using liquid fire. Liquid fire, liquid fire. There we go. Although he should have it like permanently on. Because 4 seconds gone. Come on. Liquid fire. Liquid fire. No? Okay. Nice hook. This Pudge's hooks have been spot on so far, but nothing comes from it. Ursa against Bloodseeker. Looks like Ursa goes into Invi form. And there's 2 invisible heroes on the Dire side. They really need to start getting gems. And it looks like the Jakiro might be falling. Will they go for more? They managed to hook the Ursa. Not sure you want to hook that. Radiance Courier goes down thanks to the Clinks. Slows coming out. They need to get out of that circle. Rupture comes out, but Whistleback. Turn around, bro. There we go. Hook barely misses, but might cost him. Clinks has a Blink Dagger. That's a really good item for positioning. Maybe not enough damage though to bring out down the Pudge. Ursa needs to get close enough to use his Earth Shock. Will he use? Come on, Earth Shock. There we go. And this Pudge is gonna fall. Almost fell. Hook. Not sure you want to hook him. 1 hit. Okay, 2 hits. Storm. Silenced by Orchid immediately, and he throws his Orchid as well. Damn, that was a long chase. And look at that. That was swing. Oh, optimism. Jakiro going for Eels. There's quite a lot of Orchids and Eels in this game. But yeah, both of them are quite good for controlling the enemy. There's an item I was thinking, yeah. Or was it Clinks with Blink Dagger? Not bad, but I would have preferred if he went for a bit more damage. Still, Blink Dagger is good against the 4-staff heroes. Should be okay. Look how little damage he takes. Bristleback, you know, the moment he shows you his butt, he's fine. He doesn't take any more damage. I wonder if we'll ever see this spell nerfed. 40% reduction is huge. Finger comes out, and you don't want to use it this way. It has a very long cooldown at even at level 2. So I'm not gonna say use it to kill steal, but that was a bit very ambitious. Jakiro, yeah, definitely going for Yules. Pudge has his Yules, has his 4-staff. Go for Blink Dagger. Oh, Clinks manages to get the Jakiro. Interesting. Storm, Bloodstone. Looks like he's gonna go for BKB next. Not sure that's the. I suppose it's a fine item. Nothing goes through BKB, so he'll be able to get some good control. Arrow misses. Clinks. Orchid just as he got silenced. That's very bad timing. It looks like the Storm might be turned around on, but it should be fine. No Cold Embrace. He's not using his abilities very well. This wyvern. And looks like Storm should be okay. hook in by the Bristleback, but all it does is make him closer to the storm, and that was a really bad hook actually. Eel Scepter, will he be able to? Nah, it's fine. That was not the best hook he did this game. He brought him very close to his ally and almost killed him. Luckily though, he had Eels too. And even just now though, when the Clinks was silenced, he used him as well. He Yuled him? Cycloned him, I think. And Dire making a comeback. And this is what I expected, just late game that they will take it. Oh, big dive by the Storm. That was well played. Despite that pickoff though, I'll say that the Dire, I wouldn't say firmly have it, but probably do. As a caster, you don't want to say things like that. You want to say, oh, this team's definitely going to win. Because if they don't win, then you look like an idiot. Or check out the Aegis. I missed quite a lot this game. I apologize. Bloodseeker, BKB, great item. Because as I said, nothing they have goes through BKB. So, if it was Lina and he got Aegis, he would be. But he has his mechanism. Lion's position has been somewhat atrocious this game. So, I don't feel like mechanism is going to help you. If he had a blink, he's saving up for blink dagger, which he needs. I mean, I don't know. Oh, what is this? What is this for? It's driving me nuts. What the hell do you? Why the hell you get? Oh, was it a jump now? Why the hell would you get a robe of the Machai and Sage Mask? Don't go to anything, and then you can just get a casual Sacred Relic, the most expensive item in the game. And I was like, yeah, I'll just get a Sacred Relic. I like the 60 damage. Yeah, drives me nuts. I don't know why he got it. Tinker, what does he have? Looks like he has Dagon 3. Gonna be not the best item against the Radiant, because especially at this point they're quite tanky and they have decent magic resistance. You don't really. I think Hex would be better, especially because Dagon's really expensive. Oh, nice. But he had his back turn, so he doesn't take much damage. There's only one of them going to be ruptured. Sorcerers commit suicide, but it looks like they'll be fine. How long does that? 6 seconds? Rage. Oh no, it's not this one. This one, yeah, 6 seconds. Wow, Blood Right is a long duration silence. That's AoE, so. They have a gem. They really need the gem. They really need the gem. They have a lot of dusts, but if someone's right next to you and you have a dust, that's not really going to help you. You need a gem to know where they are. And they have the Aegis, so they want to use it as soon as they can. Winter Wyvern going a bit too close, so he's going to pay for it with his life. Does he have Force Staff or Ghost Scepter or anything? And he almost makes it on alive. Bloodseeker was able to get the Clink, so it's an okay trade, but looks like we're going to lose the Bloodseeker in return. There we go. It's a 2 for 1. That's a 2-fer. I actually think that you don't want to stand here. You don't want to expose your position, because if they decide to, any of them wanted to kill him, Jakiro, if they had some sort of mobility item, they could have killed him just now. And turn this on when it's level 4, because he's not using it. He keeps forgetting to use it, and he's gonna lose his Aegis pretty much like 30 seconds before it was about to expire. So good use of the Aegis. Well, unless he dies immediately afterwards, which it looks like he will. Will he be able to get anything out of it? No? Unfortunate. His team wasn't there, but I guess they got a couple of towers. He gave out a streak though. That was some gold he gave up. Oh, hook. The creep. I was like, no, it's like, will he go for the like? Nope, Lion's the better bet, but hexed up. Walks into the ice path again. Will Storm go for it? No. And his Bloodstone charge is getting less and less. Check out the warding on the Dire. They see the entire Radiant jungle, and as well as here. So they're warding very aggressively. While the Radiant have one defensive ward here, which I think the Dire is probably going to board. They probably want to move like this. So not the best ward. If they had a gem, they could de-ward all this, but no. And this is one thing you see in pubs. People want to save their gold and buy items when the best items you can get as a support are support items. A couple of sentries, a gem, you Ghost Scepter and Force Staff. Winter Wyvern, what this has done nothing for him. I can't get out of my head. If he had a oh, he bought something. I think he bought something. He probably bought something. Yeah, just I don't get what's doing for him or his team. They see Bloodseeker. Do they want to go for him? He has a basher, so he can turn this around a little bit. And yes, see, this is why you want a gem or a sentry. Beautiful dive in. Looks like they're probably going to lose the Clinks here. See, if you had gem, you would have known from a very long time ago who was following you. They only have a couple of sentries. It's going to expire soon. Are they gonna wait for Roshan? There's gonna be a couple of minutes till he comes back, so bit of a long wait. They don't have to. They don't have to dive in though. They have a couple of. They have a basher that's really good. You want to probably go for Abyssal Blade just for the confirmed stun. Blink BKB, really good item on Ursa. Although they really do have some ways of dealing with it, so it's not as useful as the Dire as it is for the Radiant. Tinker, Dagon 5. Dagon 5 is like, I don't know, 8,000 gold or something. You could have bought a Hex and I think that would have been way better. And it's quite expensive, it's 180 mana to use. How much does a Hex cost per use? I think it's a bit less. Yeah, it's 100. So, it doesn't give you as much mana either. Odd, I'd say. Hex just seems like a better choice to me. Although, one thing about Dagon is good is that it goes through Cold Embrace completely. Hook. Didn't land. And looks like he's going for Aghanims next. Interesting. I think Blink Dagger is still good. If you can position a good. Looks like Mystic Kill. Storm must have jumped in. And at least he gets a couple of charges for his Bloodstone going on now. They know he warded. What is he saving ward? Please don't tell me it's an Abyssal Blade. I mean, I hope it was the Winter Wyvern who uploaded this game just so I can ask him what was this for? Because I'm worried that the game will end before he finishes it. Is it a Divine Rapier? Could it be? Could it? Well, if he gets 800 gold, we could find out. That would be insane. Divine Rapier, Winter Wyvern. Interesting. Clinks, MKB, great item. However, it does it go through Cold Embrace because it says it blocks all damage. Is it by evasion? I wonder. Doesn't say. But I think I don't think MKB goes through it. I think you use Cold Embrace and they should be fine. I'll have to find out because I always wondered, is it some sort of evasion move or is it like physical immunity? Because there's a difference between the two. Either way, it's gonna be a good item. Yeah, maybe we can find out now. Please use Cold Embrace on yourself. Did he just now? Use it? No, he didn't. Oh, looks like they're gonna lose the Jakiro next. That's 2 quick pickoffs. Oh, they see the punch, but they don't. They're not able to get there in time. However, they have 3 people middle. They should probably go for this. Where's the 4th? What's Wyvern bought back into the game? All that gold! All that gold! Now I'll never know. Oh man! I mean, I was gonna make bets on this thing, and it's probably Divine Rapier. Yeah, it should be Divine Rapier. Oh darn. Ah, there we go. That's where Tinker was. I was wondering where he was. He's going for a Aghanims as well. Aghanim Tinker, not. Oh dear. Storm making Tinker's life misery. Just going in with a big ball lightning. Oh, and he almost gonna make it out alive. No. If only you had the Blink Dagger. Clinks jumps in, gets the Storm with his Orchid. Ultimate on Ursa, but not enough. Looks like Clinks is gonna get the. After Earthshock, not enough. And Clinks with a nice triple kill going on. Clinks has done pretty decently this game. The Midas pickup may have been a bit questionable, I think, and he kind of took his time to get his Orchid, but once he got it, he started rolling around. Good work on the Clinks, and if you have Blink Dagger, you could just close the distance and go for him, like this. Storm Spirit buying back into the game. So that's a couple of buyback, Winter Wyvern and Storm Spirit. And it looks like they're gonna lose. They already lost their tower. Will they lose their racks as well? I don't think they want to fight into that. Bloodseeker buys back. Dual path on the dual breath on 2 looks like Storm Spill is gonna fall very fast. Um, Bristleback being pulled in should be okay, and Ursa fell in the end. I might be able to use his BKB, but it's on cooldown. I feel worried for this Tinker. He's probably thinking, damn, I'm gonna be dove in 2 seconds by the storm. If he had a Hex, that would have been really good actually against the storm. Because you can just Hex him when he jumps in. Unless he uses BKB. So the dive they didn't manage to take the racks. He's pausing. And unpausing immediately. This is what we call manners in the world. When a person is busy, you straight away don't care and immediately resume your game. Jakiro, ooh, Dagon, interesting. Well, I think Gossipta would have been better this game actually. They have Dagon and Lion, so I guess Gossipta has its own risks. Dagon though, not sure how I feel about this exactly. Pudge, yeah, he's going for Aghanims. Tinker, oh, he almost went for that. That would have been a very risky play. Storm Spirit. Yeah, looks like he's gonna go for Hex next. He has his BKB, so nothing can control him. Orchid is fine. Yeah, he should be. I don't think there's no way that Bristleback can lock him down. He has BKB, he has Orchid, and he's gonna go for Hex next. Good item. He's used his Bloodstone a bunch of times to deny himself. Come on. Since he's bought this, he hasn't made a single progress in his item build. He bought the Sacred Relic, and then he stayed the same net worth for like the 20 minutes or something. Drives me nuts. Bloodseeker, BKB, Skull Masher probably gonna save it for Abyssal Blade. I think the magic one's better than the Poor Man's Shield. And no teleport scrolls. Nobody seems to have teleport scrolls. Yeah, well, except the Jakir, but yeah, who needs to teleport? If you're pushing and the enemy manages to go into your base, you just walk back. That makes sense. Tinker, with like an Aghanims. Aghanims Tinker, you get a couple of more rock heat-seeking missiles. Not that great because you won't always have sight of 4 people anyway. The double laser vision is fine, but do they have a lot of physical damage anyway? I mean, Bloodseeker has BKB, you can just remove it. So, yeah, not the best. I still think Hex would have been a great item for Tinker this game. Lion has his Blink Dagger finally. Quite a lot of deaths on this Lion. Who made deaths exactly? Yeah, 13. Quite a lot. Well, he should probably just blink in, Hex and stun and use his ultimate and then hope to get a couple of people and that would be worth his life. Oh, Ursa Science, but it looks like if he uses his ultimate, big jump and clinks. He's dead. Will we have more rockets? More rockets? You have the Aghanims, you might as well use it. And rockets hitting one person. Barely worth it. They drove them back, they might as well go for the racks. But no, they decide they want to play Ring Around the Rosie and Ursa. Will he fall here? He does, and he doesn't have the Aegis. Who has the Aegis, in fact? Bristleback. And Lion being picked off. Probably should have stood that there. Well, they got the Jakiro, but looks like Tinker might fall for this. He seems like, yeah, it looks like he's definitely gonna fall. And one more hit by the Storm. Clinks back. If he doesn't manage to get a lot out of this, Storm uses his Bloodstone. Remember, he bought back earlier, so he can't buy back now. Pudge buys back, but looks like it's gonna be too late. So they should be able to get this rack. So they don't have to have a huge waste for Clinks. Well, can they get more though? Winter is gonna be back soon, but they have 30 seconds on everyone else. Nice hook. Can he bite him? No. Doesn't manage to bite him down. Aghanims Pudge, not the best item because you really don't. The drain isn't that great. They're going for the throne. Risky move. Very risky move. Probably better if they went for the tier 3 actually. And Pudge able to create some distance. If they go for him, Nope, decided not to. Oh, and once Wyvern's back, looks like, yep, that's a dieback, but the Clink's dead for 2 minutes. And they might lose the Bristleback as well. Do they have any bite? The rock's keeping him slow. That might be enough, but the Pudge is taking almost as much damage as the Bristleback himself. Bristleback, if he turns around and reduces the armor, he might be able to take a fight. Oh, nice hook. Well, quite direct actually. Silenced immediately as he comes back. Double silence, you know. Never talk again. Bristleback. I think he's gonna fall, but he does quite a lot of damage to the Pudge and the Winter Wyvern. Man, it's gonna be a battle down the mid lane. Who has buyback on the Dire? Oh, big dive. Unlucky line. Just so unlucky this game. Huh, he's actually fine. Interesting. Ursa, he doesn't have buyback. Did he buyback? Maybe. No, he didn't. So if he dies right now, he's gonna be in a really big problem. No, but he might just get the Bloodseeker, and let's just go forever. Looks like Storm's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna zip out. Zip out. There we go. He's gonna be fine. Oh, and he drags him up to the high ground. Very nice. He's gonna have to get a TP score all the way back from base. Lion coming in. Did he buy back or something? No, he didn't. And it is a Divine Rapier. Thank you, God, for answering that question. Tinker going for Jakiro, but that's a crazy, scary dive, especially when you know Storm Spirit is your bane. I think Tinker should go back. He's no match for the Storm Spirit right now. Well, 51 minutes, he'll never be a match for him, I guess. And it is a Divine Rapier. Thank you, thank you. I guess he's using it to get it with the Arctic Burn. He gets some bonus attack range. He thinks that's going to be enough. Yeah, how odd. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like he's died quite enough times that it's not exactly like, you know, he's gone crazy good and he's behind. He needs to save his team. And I mean, aren't you gonna make this into, you know, melee strength threads or something? Yeah, ought to pick up. Could have bought a bunch of more items and been way more useful to the team. Pudge with Aghanims, you lifesteal a bit. I don't think you can go for maybe a bit of magic or physical resistance. Will give you a lot more survivability than the Aghanim Scepter. It's not that great. You know, you're not gonna life leech enough to make it worth it. Storm Spirit has his Linkens. It wasn't a Hex. He went for Linkens instead. This is to prevent, I guess the Hex or the stun, so that he can use his BKB after. I suppose it's an okay pickup. Bloodseeker still saving up for the Abyssal Blade. And by the way, the whole time the Radiant haven't gotten a single gem. If they did, their game might have gone quite differently for them. Oh, top lane. Ursa going for the Storm, but not able to control him. I feel like it's gonna be. It's quite a long game. Oh, Lion caught out again. This might be his 15th kill. No, he makes it alive. Congratulations. Clinks being driven, but he eats the cheese. Very nice, keeping him alive. Yule sceptered up, under by who? Ursa manages to bring down the Jakiro. And remember, this guy has Divine Rapier, but doesn't seem to be hurting them so much. Oh. Okay, you have Divine Rapier, you might as well hit someone. So the Dire just going for the Raxus, probably the best bet. Storm, big jump against the Lion. Oh. Almost bursted down, but he should be fine. Pudge also with his Force Staff able to keep him distance. Just go for the Rax. You don't need to get kills. It's called Defense of the Ancients. You just need to get mega creeps. And will they be able to get this and go back out safely? Remember, Jakiro's dead. Did Tinker buy back? No. It's fine. And thanks. Storm just jumping around, but now he's finally silenced and without BKB. I just used the Bloodseeker. This just obliterated. Ah, there we go. Some damage caused by the Divine Rapier. Bloodseeker buys back. Will he get any kills? That lucky bash, one hit. Not enough. Can't get close to the distance. Looks like Ursa's gonna fall here, and followed by the Bristleback. Bristleback, and maybe he can get a kill or two before he falls. I think he might get the Bloodseeker. Almost Bloodseeker on the edge of death twice, and looks like versus Black is gonna fall. But they get 2 racks, so they have 2 racks, and Roshan's almost back. Lion going for a bit more mobility items. I really approve of this. He's been caught out quite a lot, so this will help him stay alive a little. So you can see Storm Spirit #1, but the next 4 are all dire. Bloodseeker just hasn't farmed very well. And now they buy a gem at 55 minutes into the game. So Divine Rapier and Medallion. You know, you could have bought Medallion long ago if you wanted to, but you wanted Divine Rapier. The reason, I suppose, because Arctic Burn gives you 1000 range on your attacks, so he thinks he'll be safe. But I don't know, hasn't kept him safe so far in the game. I don't think having a big kick me sign is going to keep him safe either. Oh, Blade Mail. When you have this much HP, I think actually Pudge usually they're going to go for him last anyway. When you have this much HP, you can reflect all of it on the Dire. That's a ton of damage. That's more than Tinker and Lion's life combined. You just need a couple more Blade Mails and you run into Marching Machines. Let's look at... Well, so we're gonna have about 1.5 minutes till Roshan comes back up. So what are the Dire gonna do? Are they gonna wait for Roshan, get the Aegis, and go out and go? Who has buyback? At this point, the buyback is the most important thing. Let's see. Ursa bought back. Bloodseeker bought back. Only Ursa has buyback anyway. And he has a heart. That's a good item for keeping him alive. And remember, all the damage goes into his enrage. I haven't actually noticed him using it, to be fair. And they look like they're trying to hunt. I feel bad for this line. He just hasn't had a good matchup. Storm is such a good hero against Tinker and Lion. Even clings to a certain extent. And who has the gem? I think it's the Storm has the gem, right? Yeah, Storm has the gem. And mid lane, they dive onto the Jakiro, and Jakiro, no buyback. So that's one person less they have to deal with when they push for the base. If they push now. Check out that big zip. Uses all his mana for it. And he's been doing this trick that's really cool. Remember, ball lightning deals damage the more you travel. So he's been traveling like crazy and getting these big ball lightning burst damage. I'm not sure how it's calculated. It says double this, doesn't say his damage. For 100 units traveled. So he gets. So if you jump 1,000 units, that's 160 damage. Well, not much actually when you think about it. Alright, looks like it's going to be the big defense here. They could consider split pushing. I think the throne is exposed. Yeah, split pushing might be an idea. At least the creeps are coming in, so they'll have to deal with that as well. Are they really going to go in? Oh, he uses his BKB just at the last second. It looks like Bloodseeker is going to fall. Remember, he bought back in that last fight. And Pudge, not using his Blade Mail. How odd. Despite the fact he has a Divine Rapier falls. Really not. That was a really terrible investment. And you don't want to finger a person when he has his Blade Mail on. And it looks like he's going to make it out alive. If they just focus on the racks, they should be fine. And there we go. Dire has the racks. And, you know, it looked like it's quite a topsy-turvy game. It's not even that much of an advantage, but Dire, poor item choices by the Radiant, some decent plays. Storm Spirit did well, but just wasn't enough. I hope you enjoyed this cast, and thank you very much for submitting the game.